Bienvenidos a la clase de español. I'm going to give you some basic information about how sixth grade Spanish works. So our goal for sixth graders is really to introduce them to the language. We really stress building as much vocabulary as we can primarily through listening and speaking. We don't focus a lot on reading and writing in sixth grade. We try and make the introduction to the language fun and meaningful and incorporate music, games, videos. We try and make it as engaging as possible so that your son or daughter has a really good introduction to the language. So some frequently asked questions about the class. Students have Spanish either on the front or back half of their lunch period. So our class ends up being about, I guess this year, about 22 minutes long, which is, it goes by pretty quickly. And due to this kind of short nature of the class, students they receive a pass or a fail grade for the course. And generally speaking, if students are, in class, they're putting forth effort and they're trying, they're going to pass. It's very rare that a student has failed, our sixth grade program. Students do not have homework. The only thing they might be asked to do at home is to kind of review the night before or a couple nights before we have a quiz. Students do not have a textbook for this class. They have a little stapled quaderno with our, kind of a couple stapled quadernos with vocabulary and some practice activities that we do in class that we keep right here in class. So they don't have an official book. In terms of what students need, they're going to keep their little notebooks in a folder here in the room and along with a pen or a pencil. And that's about all they need. They need to bring each day. They need to bring their Chromebook and their tablet. We won't probably be using the devices every day, but we'll ask them to bring them every day just because we're not quite sure when we'll use them. In terms of their Skyward grade, their quiz scores, along with a few other grades, will be available in Skyward. So if you are ever checking that and you have any questions, feel free to contact me. We're going to be working on a range of topics this year, hoping that focusing on communication, making sure students can kind of introduce themselves, have a basic conversation with greetings, courtesies, being able to say goodbye. We're going to go over the vocabulary students need to talk about their classroom, their school, colors, shapes, weather, seasons, family, numbers to 199. We'll go over the alphabet, some simple commands, how to express, days, months, the date, time, how to tell time, and hopefully we'll get to adjectives. We also sprinkle throughout, in between each unit, we'll spend time on some cultural information about the 20 Spanish-speaking countries. Students will be using their laptops for cultural presentations, for assessments, to some projects on, to kind of demonstrate what we're learning. We'll be practicing vocabulary on Quizlet. We'll use Google Docs to keep kind of a little e-portfolio, to do some audio recordings, and probably more. These devices are new to me as well. I am pretty tech savvy, but I'll be kind of figuring out, along with the students, how we'll be using these throughout the year. If you ever have any questions or concerns, the best way to contact me is via email. However, you can certainly call and leave a message on my classroom phone. This classroom is used every period, so I don't have a lot of available time to sit and talk. But even if you prefer to talk on the phone, email me a time and a number, and I can go somewhere else in the school and get in touch with you, or obviously before or after school. My website, I'm hoping it will be a very good resource for you and your child. I will be honest, I'm sorry, I've been working on it, but the sixth grade page is still sort of under construction. But I do plan on having a lot of good resources up there very soon. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Again, my apologies for not being able to be there. If you have any questions of things I didn't cover or have further questions about something from anything you heard tonight, please do not hesitate to email me, and I'll get back in touch with you. Again, thank you so much, and I am so looking forward to working with your child this year.